Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another session of In Conversation with Bright Minds. Today we have with us Mr. Amarendra Dio. He has 1.5 plus years of experience as a data scientist, machine learning engineer, or an AI researcher, and he has developed various skills and knowledge necessary to analyze large data set, apply machine learning algorithms, and draw meaningful insights from them. So, welcome to the show, Amarendra.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
Right. We'll start a little by understanding about yourself. Um, how was your college life? Where did your college from, and how has been your journey so far?
Yeah, so basically, I am from a small town like Dhanbad, Jharkhand. My hometown is located in Dhanbad, Jharkhand, and currently I am at Delhi and work in Paytm as a data scientist at the first game team,
Okay.
and with collaboration some Bizzing team. My main team is in Bizzing, so mainly I work with them. And my last organization was Full Stack Technology that I worked in Gandhinagar for around 1 year of experience. Apart from I have also done a research from Max Planck Institute at Germany on on boulder detections, some by using some OpenCV and some deep learning libraries under the guidance of Dr. Small.
Oh,
And basically, I did my master's in artificial intelligence and machine learning from Delhi University.
oh, is it? Okay. So, since how long, any idea since how long Delhi University has been having this course on data science and artificial intelligence?
Yeah, basically, Delhi University has master having means they have master's degree for similar to MCA and MTech and all.
Oh, is it? I was not aware that DU also does a course in
Yeah,
machine learning. Okay. So many students, they are very confused when they're applying for a job that, what is the difference between a machine learning engineer and a data scientist and a data engineer? And these terms, they seem very similar to people, and for them, things are the same. So how do we distinguish how, according to you, a machine learning engineer may be different from just being a data analyst or a data scientist? How the profiles would differ?
yeah. First of all these three profiles are different to each other. Like a data analyst, the role of data analyst to perform some BI operations, like perform some report, perform some analysis on the basis of clean data. And the data engineer, their role is to collect the raw data and suppose there has been raw data from, like suppose I am playing game or like I am sending something. So this raw data is performing, it means this raw data is going into a pipeline that that will perform that will operate by the data engineering team. And after that, the clean data is performed by the machine learning engineer or data scientist. So the main role of data engineer is to create the pipelines between the uh, end to end, and after that the raw data is provided, and the raw data is cleaned by data scientist, machine learning engineer, and the clean data is used by data analyst.
Okay. So, what, according to you, should a college student be applying for? Which role do you think a fresher should be applying when they just entered into the industry?
Yeah, like for freshers, you can apply for like some data analyst role, because most of the organizations are looking for experienced data scientists or machine learning engineers. So first means the steps are like, first we go to data analyst, we have some clean data and then perform some analysis on clean data. And after that, suppose you realize yes, I understand the clean data, how the data are performed, then you will move to in machine learning or in data engineering part, how the models are optimized, how the models are created and all.
Right, right. So I will be very honest. Even I did my internship with Paytm actually. And
Yeah.
when I was interning with Paytm, I was not aware that there is something called data scientist. It was 7 years back, but at that
Yeah.
time, data science was a very new term. So when I did my internship, at that time I was just given the role of collection of data and cleaning the data in Excel. I mean, not even any code. But when I got my first job, that is where, I mean, that was an IBM, and I stayed there for 7 years. So that is when I realized that R and Python are something. And it was on
Yeah.
the job that we were taught R and Python. So I think in internships, a lot of times, I don't know about the current scenario, but during my period, at least in internship, we were never asked to directly, go ahead and work with clean data. We were asked to just do the basic role of a business analyst to analyze the
Yeah.
data by collecting the data, and maximum to tell a story around the data using Excel files. But I think times have changed now, and now we have newer things coming up, right? So,
Yeah. Yeah.
can you tell us something about your internship experience? How was that? Where you did your internship?
Yeah, I did my internship from a tech company that is located in Ahmedabad, and their name is Faro, and their main branch is located in Dubai. So on that, I did my 3 months of internship on NLP part. I created some chatbots and some
Oh,
NLP, yeah, using dialog flow and Rasa, and some I perform also some NLP techniques to segment customers, and they are basically work on logistics. So I also perform some user segmentations and user analysis. And after that, my main experience is in Germany, that I was done in Max Planck Institute. On that, I work under Dr. Small, and the project is we have a moon na? So in the moon, the most of the surface are like boulders. So from OpenCV or some deep learning technology, deep learning libraries, so we find these parts of boulders are dangerous, or these parts of boulders are more difficult to understand by using some image data.
okay. So mostly your work and internship was around image recognition and NLP.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, great, great. So, the next question that I wanted to understand here is that a lot of times students do learn machine learning techniques, but they're very,
Mhm.
scared when it comes to deep learning or when it comes to different difficult algorithms. I remember uh, I was taking some guest lectures, and students told me that, ma'am, it is fine till the point we are doing regression analysis or till the time we are doing maybe KNN, but the moment it comes to deep learning, we do not understand the algorithm that much. So, what do you think? How important is learning these difficult algorithms like deep learning? And do you think everything can be performed with these simple algorithms like, regression, or students have to go through these difficult ones?
Students definitely go with some deep learning technologies, because some image recognitions and some most of the NLP techniques that won't be performed in regression or in classification kind of problem. So for that, we will move to in deep learning, or in most advanced in NLP. Latestly LLM models are launched, like large language model, example of ChatGPT and BART.
Exactly.
So, yeah, so I recommend all the students to, yeah, go and learn for deep learning algorithms, and mainly the mathematical behind the deep learning algorithms, because most of the deep learning algorithms having institution of mathematics, all soft maths, all formulas, having some mathematical institution behind that. So for that, uh, read some linear algebra books also, improves the mathematical part, stats part, and probability part. Then we will move forward to deep learning algorithms.
So from here comes my next question. As you mentioned that this includes a lot of maths and a lot of stats, I mean, at least intuitionally. And
Yeah.
the current trend is that people who are from non-maths background or from different backgrounds also want to come towards data science and they want to build their career in data science. So how easy or difficult it is going to be for maybe a student who is pursuing, let's say, English honors or any other course to take a jump to data science? Will they be able to cope up and make a career in data science?
Yeah, interesting question. Because because there is some hierarchy. Suppose some students have non-mathematical background, then they should learn some mathematics like some probability stats, like permutations, combinations, uh, like some basic mathematics, because they are necessary to learn. Because after we don't have, like, suppose a student have zero knowledge in mathematics, then they don't understand, they don't understand the algorithms behind the what are the things going on inside them. So for that, I recommend, like, those who are from non-mathematics background, so learn some mathematical books, or like some mathematical techniques that are necessary to use in deep learning technologies.
Right. But I think because the trend is, even so, for example, when we talk about any position, like even an HR, now we have roles like HR analytics, right? Health analytics. So I think um, we have data science coming in almost all fields, and it is a good idea
Yeah.
if they can take a leap towards data science.
Mm.
Okay. So, one other thing that I would like to understand is your role in Paytm as a data scientist. What kind of, tools you have to use? Is it only the core tools like Python and R, or are you also into some orchestration tools that you have to use as part of your role in Paytm?
In Paytm, I have worked with intersection of data engineering and machine learning engineer as a combination. That means a data scientist. What is the definition of data scientist? Like, a data scientist have some experience in data engineering as well as in machine learning engineering. The combination of data engineering and machine learning engineer is a data scientist.
You're right.
So I work there with intersection of data engineering and machine learning engineering. So for orchestrations, yes, we have used a tool like Apache Airflow, and I am working on Airflow for orchestrations and like automate like reports and all.
Okay. So one last question for the day.
Yeah.
We have coming, these new things are coming up. Like, for example, AWS is coming up, or for
Yeah.
example, we have, as you rightly mentioned, LLM models are there now. Quantum computing is coming up. So, how important it is for people to catch up with these new algorithms and especially these new tools? Like, for example, I myself, I did a certification on AWS just to be aware of what they do. So how
Yeah.
important is it to catch up with, AWS cloud, for example, or these BERT models, or for example, quantum computing? Do you think that, data science is evolving and we need to catch up with these things from time to time?
Yeah, I think yes, because the reason is like, suppose I created a model, okay, a machine learning model, and where I want to deploy it, like we have only a cloud technologies to deploy the model. So for that, most of the industries are using AWS. Like, there are AWS, Azure, and like Google Cloud, but 60% or 70%, we can say, like, companies are using AWS. So yes, AWS, we can move to AWS. And like AWS also having some certification that you also have, like doing. So for students, like, so suppose a fresher have, like, suppose I am interviewing someone, and and a candidate have some AWS certifications, then I know, like, this is a fresher guy, but he or she might be know, like, what is AWS at least. So for that, like, I recommend or like my priority is I to take that these all, like, person. So for that AWS, yes, I recommend, yes, that is necessary for like for phrases or like for experience too. And the second is like for LLM, like, yeah, when ChatGPT or like GPT-4 models are launched, then LLMs are like
Yes.
to hype, yeah, like on hype. So currently the scene is like some in small industries or like some like those industries like having employees less than 200 or like 200 between 500. They are planning to build their own products by using some LLM model. So suppose a fresher candidate or like a new candidate or like a new in data scientist targeting that companies also. For that you have the students or like candidates means also have some knowledge or go through on like LLMs, what is LLM, how LLMs are work. And the third one is and in NLP now, what is in that?
In quantum computing, I think even that is taking a boom.
Yeah. Like in quantum computing, that is too vast. So in India, like in India, there are means there are few companies that are offering some like them role like in quantum computing and the work inside them. Suppose if candidate are looking outside of India or in about, then quantum computing is one of the most trending and apart from more powerful than data scientist and and NLP techniques.
And I think it gives a good pay also, at
Yeah,
least
yeah,
outside
yeah,
India, if not India.
yeah, yeah.
So even, I think that the LLM, especially for people, I mean, every organization is talking about ChatGPT now. I listen to all my clients also, and everybody just says ChatGPT, ChatGPT. Everybody is saying ChatGPT. So LinkedIn is also full of that, right? So I think so.
I
Yes.
agree.
I mean, if you don't read on that, you will be the one who will be just losing track of everything. You will be left behind. These are the new technologies that are coming in, and
Yeah.
it is very, very important to get certified in the latest technology. Because if we don't
Mhm.
keep updated, getting a job in this sector will become very difficult. Okay, so I'll end my session with one last question. Do you think ChatGPT is going to take away our jobs, or our jobs are safe?
No, our jobs are safe because chat gpt is kind of like a sub tool that we are using currently. I am also using, being a data scientist or a automation engineer or a AI researcher, I am also using that. So that don't want, like, they don't take our jobs. And I believe yeah, I believe the things are going in a smooth direction. So these are basically some latest technologies that we are adopting. So means I never these are like bad things or they take our job. So
Yeah, our jobs are safe, just that we need to update ourselves, but we are here
yeah,
to
update
stay.
yourself, update your skills as in time to time.
Right. Okay. It was a great session. Thank you so much for your time, and best of luck for your future. Thank you.